Hello everyone, welcome back to Sonic and the Parallel Worlds. This is a 2-day event focused on the Sonic the Hedgehog series and the many excellent fan games and modifications of original games that the speedrun community has picked up to run over the years. Before we get started with our next run, I just want to remind everyone that if you are watching this on YouTube for any reason, be sure to press the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel. You got to fill up that like bucket, you know? And also go to twitch.tv/gamesdonequick if you're interested in looking at our live content starting weeknights at 7 p.m. Eastern and weekends at 1 p.m. Eastern, because Hotfix is not just, you know, random weekend events. It is a week-long or nearly daily thing. It's great, and you should come check it out. I host my own show, and so does our other host, Hypnotics. But coming up now, we have Core Sonic 3 going to be bringing you an excellent run of Sonic 3 Angel Island Revisited. And I'm joined by the wonderful Huds and Nacho the Adventurer, who both ran earlier. On commentary, how are you doing tonight?
Hello, good evening, everyone. Oh, it's good to be back. I'm so excited for this run. How you doing, Nacho?
Yeah, hello. You saw me earlier. I'm Nacho from the main Nacho series, if you remember me, and I'm really hyped for this run because Sonic just broke the world record again a few days ago. So I'm really looking forward for this.
Yeah, Core Sonic 3. So, first off, he is a Korean runner. And doesn't speak much, if any, English. So we are currently using a translator to talk between him and ourselves. And of course, myself and Nacho are going to be taking over all the commentary for this to bring it to you in English. But yeah, Core Sonic 3, probably the best glitchless runner of Sonic 3 Air, if not one of the best. Very much focuses on the All Emeralds and New Game Plus runs in this game, and holds, I believe, pretty much all the world records for those two categories across all the characters. So yeah, this is going to be an absolute delight, Nacho.
Yeah, and All Emeralds, it's my category. Sonic 3 Air is Hot's game, so yeah, it's going. We're on the same page.
So we're going to get things underway, so I hope you're all excited. I'm going to give the countdown in the text chat here, so there might be a small delay, but I hope everyone is ready for this.
I most certainly am.
Yeah, make sure. Gonna have a quick reminder that the timer starts when you select the no save file or a new save file, and that's it.
So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Let's go. Good luck. Okay, so what is Sonic 3 Angel Island Revisited?
So this was released in 2019. Sonic 3 Air is a fan-made remaster of Sonic 3 and Knuckles. And as you can see straight off the bat, because this is All Emeralds, we're going straight into a special stage. And you'll notice, first thing hopefully you'll notice is we're running in widescreen, and the special stage looks beautifully smooth because we're running at a really nice, consistent 60 frames per second here. Now, because this is the All Emeralds category, Korean Sonic is going to have to go into collect all 7 of the Chaos Emeralds in the first half of the game, so before the end of launch phase, and then all 7 of the Super Emeralds in the second half of the game, which will bring us both Supersonic and Hypersonic. So this first special stage, Nacho, talk us through this one.
Yeah, the first special stage is not really hard. There is a 4 set of 16 blue spheres and another set of weird ones and another 4 set of 4 blue spheres. And the main goal on this special stage is clear all the blue spheres. And you saw Korean Sonic doing a round for the edges of the sets, and that is clear. If you get all the borders, the blue spheres on the center are going to be cleared, so you don't need to worry about them. And yeah, the thing is, turn the blue sphere into red sphere and you're done.
So a couple of other things you'll notice about this as well, aside from the widescreen and the 60 frames. We have some new abilities available to us here. So aside from the usual Insta Shield and the Spin Dash, we also have the Drop Dash and the Peel Out available to KR Sonic 3. You're going to see him drop down here and head towards the left, and up here he's going to find his second big ring and into the second special stage.
Yeah, now you're going to see Korean Sonic do, instead of trying to clear some of the sets, it's going to turn them all in red, and that actually saves time. And the way to save time here is minimizing the camera turns, and you will start to see this amazing strat. We call them the task strat because we normally see these strats on tool-assisted speedruns. This is a way to minimize the camera turnings. It's really fast. No.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one of the problems. You hit. There is a lot of risky points where you can hit the red sphere. If you touch a red sphere, and it's done. You lost the special stage.
So
don't worry, we have a lot of backups on the
there's, as you say, there's a lot of backups. There's a lot of big rings available, so it's not a big problem at this point. We're going to continue on towards the boss here. So here's our first boss. Now, because we're widescreen, we can stand on the right-hand side of the boss. Keeps us nice and safe. 6 quick hits, and that's that one out of the way. But yeah, as Nacho was saying, part of the special stage strat is to minimize the camera turns, which means some incredibly risky jumps. I can remember Nacho when we ran Amy All Emeralds. I think it was a couple of years ago now here. I referred to it as, for me personally, I do baby strats, whereas you and KOR Sonic 3, you definitely do the pro strats with these special stages, and we're seeing some of that here now.
Yeah, you can see this one. Actually, the hitbox of the red sphere isn't that huge. It's a couple of pixels, so you have plenty of time to jump between. It's easier than it looks, but it's not something you could do like at the first try. It took me at least hours to understand how to do it, and then it becomes natural to try this.
Yeah, it still blows my mind watching this.
Yeah, but alongside with the camera turns, we need also to route the stages. It's not like, oh, just jump between red spheres. No, we need to understand the map, our position, and trying to get the best route. It's like routing the main game, but in a different way. And there it is. This is my favorite by far. This is my favorite special stage by far with this strats.
So one way to think about the special stage, obviously we see them as like a rotating globe, but another way to think about it, if you think about it like a Pac-Man board, and obviously if you go off the very right-hand side, you immediately appear on the left-hand side. If you go off the top, you appear at the bottom, and that's effectively what we're doing. So if you lay it out in a grid, it's all about wherever Sonic starts, figuring out the quickest way to get around that grid and get all of the blue spheres. And yeah, some of the strats are absolutely amazing to watch. So that's special stage 3 done. Note that because special stage 2 was failed, we don't retry it. We actually move on to the next special stage. That is actually a configurable setting in Sonic 3 Air, and so KOR Sonic here has it currently set to just continue to the next one. Quite often runners will do that because otherwise, if they do miss an emerald, if they then
oh, he's going for it.
Is he doing backward strats?
He's going for it.
What?
Yeah, he's going for it.
Come on.
Oh my god.
This special stage is, I really like it because I used it to swag a lot on some runs that didn't end well, but because I tried to swag with backward strats. It's really good because it's not the only backward strat you have it. You have this one over here that you go backwards and clear all of this set entirely backwards. And you know it that it's not only suck, it actually saves time.
Wow.
I remember like Sonic and the Shiny Things, which is how I met like the Sound Defense, who's a Genesis release of Sonic 3 Runner. Doing backwards and ridiculous strats in the special stages there. It's just, oh my goodness, it's so nice to see other runners doing that, but it also just, it's a big clench moment.
I don't know how the runners do it, because obviously, aside from not being able to see what's behind you, your controls are reversed as well. But yeah, shout out to the Sound Defense, who is also an amazing classic Sonic runner and does the All Emerald stuff. And as you say, Amber, does those kind of strats. Amazing to see. Yeah, like, be under no illusion, KOR Sonic 3 is one of the best, and you just witnessed why.
If you remember, this bomber part was a bit slower. It was just an auto score, but now with here we play it, and that's actually another feature. We can play that cutscene and it's faster.
Yeah, so the developer of Sonic 3 Eukaryote has made some really nice changes to the game, especially with some of the auto-scrollers, to try and make them a little less, well, tedious, I guess. One of the other features you're going to see here, we have in-game menuing. So you're going to see we're actually doing this isn't a glitch. What we're actually doing is playing around with how Sonic 3 handles its big rings. So you can see that while the level's finished, we've restarted from the last checkpoint. And now we're going back into a big ring again. And into another special stage.
Yeah, since current Sonic lost the second special stage, it's going for the last checkpoint reset to get another extra big ring, and that's actually really useful. And we can get a total of 6 emeralds on Angel Island, but current Sonic often goes for 5 emeralds, and actually that's a big deal. Personally, I go for 6.
Yeah, so
those I love those jumps.
Those jumps always catch me out. I hate them.
Every time. Every time. I hate it. I love it, but I hate it.
But
just jump. It's not so
the way
hard.
the game handles big rings is this. Every level, there's a certain number of big rings, and they're just ordered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When you finish, we're getting the back. So this is the extra backup at the beginning. Nice. So when you start a particular level, when you enter a big ring, it flags that big ring as having been used, and it doesn't reset those flags until you complete the entire stage. So when KOR Sonic 3 finished the time bonus at the end of Angel Island Act 2, it reset all the flags in his save file for the big rings. The idea being, when he goes into Hydro City next, all the big rings will be available. But because we've got that in-game menuing, he restarted from last checkpoint and has now restarted Angel Island Act 2, and it's put all of the big rings back. Because as far as the save file is concerned, they're all available again. So this way he can come in here, he can get 2 more big rings before coming out of the game and going back into Hydro City. Now, the 2 big rings that he's used here and their numbers that they correspond to in Hydro City, they won't be available, but they're not normally ones that we would pick up anyway. So in theory, this is how he's getting his extra backup from having missed the special stage earlier. Hopefully you followed that in some way.
And an extra backward. Because why not? We can.
Oh, we've got the yearly poll.
Okay, now we have 5.
Oh,
For those of you who are in Twitch chat, if you are on mobile or if you are on desktop, take a look at the top of chat. How do you say the next zone, or the current zone that we're in? Is it Hydro City or is it Hydrocity? If you are not Team Hydrocity, you are wrong.
So I should point out, I normally say Hydrocity. I was saying Hydro City to not bring this up.
Ray, blame Ray. Ray does it every year.
How could you, Ray? I'm very much Team Hydrocity.
Thankfully, I didn't say anything.
It's fine. It's Splishy Splashy Fun Time Zone.
Splishy Splashy Fun Time Zone.
Yeah.
I can get behind that.
Yeah, okay. This should be actually the last special stage, at least in orders, but we must repeat the special stage 2, but this is actually the 7th one. We're going to see 20 jumps. That jumps are actually really tight, and you need to do it perfectly, because not only you will lose, and you can't miss the blue sphere, and if you lose the blue sphere and you're screwed, you need to go back and you will lose time.
I think this is my least favorite special stage, and that's why.
Yeah, I remember you being lost and actually losing the special stage.
Yes.
2 years ago.
Oh, I do not like that special stage. So again, making use of that in-game menu to restart from last checkpoint just gets us straight back to where we were, so it helps us get back forward in the level. So there should be 1 more big ring in this level.
Yeah, there's 1 last big ring just at the end of the level, going for this top route and going downwards here, taking the giant ring, and again on the second special stage. Let's see if current Sonic is going to try again the task strat here. The sets of spheres of the jumping for the strat are really hard to get because the bumpers spheres have a bigger hitbox than red spheres, so you kind of have a chance of touching a bumper going backwards, and that makes you to touch the red sphere. So the set of bumper, red sphere, bumper, it's hell. It's like hell. And there was the last jam, and only need to clear these two setups of 12 spheres.
Beautiful. Great redemption. So that is our last Chaos Emerald. And by getting this one, that is going to unlock Supersonic for us. So there's no more special stages until the second half of the game now. But yeah, with Supersonic, we're now going to go really fast.
Yeah, Supersonic you can activate Supersonic by having 50 rings. We luckily have a +5 rings, so we have 50 rings right here. Supersonic is invulnerable to enemies, spikes, and it's super fast, can jump much higher, and the acceleration you get is a lot. To see, but Supersonic is still vulnerable to bottomless speed, being crushed, and of course drowning.
Once again, for the like 4th year in a row, the people who are wrong have won.
Yeah, why you don't vote for Splishy Splashy Fun
Yeah,
Time?
Splishy Splashy Fun Time Zone is definitely the best zone name. I also want to quickly bring up someone's great idea that they should create a level that is very self-referential called Aqua City, so we can argue between Aqua City and it rhyming with atrocity as Aquacity.
Aquacity? Oh no.
You like to see the world in fire.
Some people just want to watch the world burn. I think Railcoon, our producer, is one of those people, given the poll. Completely unprompted this time.
So it's worth...
Yeah, just no, I was to say, you saw Supersonic against a boss earlier, and now you're going to see Supersonic on stage. Here, Supersonic also has the ability, when he uses a drop dash, we clear all the enemies on the screen. This is a feature, upgraded feature from Sonic Mania. In Sonic Mania, Supersonic do a drop dash and the entire screen shakes. Now here is a feature like Hypersonic Hyper Dash.
Yeah, so we're on Super Fun. We've got that super speed. We got that enhanced drop dash as well. Nice little slide skip there. Really good. But yeah, we don't get the drowning immunity and we don't get the screen clear, the hyper dash until the second half of the game. When we will end up getting hypersonic. But yeah, a couple of other really nice features. Firstly, in Sonic 3 you can disable supersonic. So if you've transformed, you can de-transform as well and save your rings. Really, really useful for some parts of the game. And in fact, for here, you can see using the Insta Shield instead of supersonic because this is actually faster.
Yeah, we don't have this, so we need to manage to use Sonic solo without being able to fly.
We have a new poll in chat for viewers. Is it Hydro City, which is wrong, Hydrocity, which could arguably also be wrong because there's Splishy Splashy Fun Time Zone as an option now?
I mean,
get your votes in. Is it Splishy Splashy Fun Time Z because of character limits?
Okay, now we can see this amazing strat. We're going to use these tiny slopes on the ground to go use a double jump of the lightning shield and barely get into the top route.
So good. So yeah, that route is normally exclusively for Tails and Knuckles, but as Nacho says, with just the right jump on a micro slope, you can actually make it up with the lightning shield. I just love how smooth this is.
Yeah, one thing I need to clear out, having the speed shoes as supersonic is uncomfortable because it's like made the supersonic acceleration is lower while the speed cap is the same, so there's no point on it.
Okay, so that's Marble Garden Act 1 done. And coming forward now into Act 2.
Yeah, the Act 2 is not what we used it to see. Current Sonic has a completely new route for Act 2.
Oh, we're doing this route. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, aside, and it blows my mind. It blew my mind. I didn't understand what was happening, and that was actually that wall run was a sub-pixel manipulation. If you have the right sub-pixel, you can run up to that wall.
The results are in. Splishy Splashy Funtime Z has taken 60% of the vote. Thank you all so much for voting correctly.
Yeah.
Excellent. Oh, this is just masterful.
We did it. Yeah, it says if I did my math right, like up to 10 seconds.
Yeah,
probably?
I think it's about a 10-15. Oh no!
Oh no!
No.
Okay, so those spikes are well-known trouble hotspots for any speedrunner of this game. They are, even in Sonic 3 Air, still horribly glitchy, and it's very easy to get too much speed. And if you do hit them with too much speed, you'll clip into them. Now, in the original game, it was very easy to clip into them and fall below. In Sonic 3 Air, if you do clip into them, it will just crush you and kill you. Which is what happened there. What KOL Sonic was trying to do was get a little jump off of it just to move to the side, because the end spike doesn't crush you. So that's really unfortunate, but already back where he was. Going to pick up quite a few rings along the way, but probably means won't have Supersonic for the boss fight here.
Yeah, I mean, Supersonic's not actually so useful for the boss fight. Like, yeah, you are invulnerable, but Instant Shield does the same work, so there is nothing to worry about it. The only bad part is the stage is going to be a little bit slower, so we don't have that super boost.
Yeah, the only the boss fight here done correctly, you only need to get one hit on the boss when he becomes completely invulnerable anyway, because you'll get all the other remaining hits during what is meant to be like a bit of a cutscene. So it shouldn't really cause much of an issue here. But yeah, picking up the fire shield just to help with that fire dash. And the ground rising up. But opting to skip the checkpoint. And then heading up into the boss arena.
Okay, now since we have the fire shield, we can take the boss from below. That thing that you said to Dr. Barkin. They actually that jet pack things, like that engine, I don't know how to call them, actually does damage. And Dr. still barking.
And there's the fun hit with tails. Okay. 3 zones down, 9 to go. Wait, you like this? I don't know any speedrunner that likes Carnival Night. Oh, Nacho. So, taking the top route here, this is a really fast route. Believe it or not, it is faster to just do this normally. Oh, we got Doiler stage! Gamble! We're doing gambling! It's late night gambling! Friendly reminder to all hedgehogs, foxes, and echidnas, please gamble responsibly.
Okay. Okay, it seems like I was muted. Hello.
So going into the boss stage now.
Boss. Number.
So this is Stop Hitting Yourself, the boss part 1. This one only requires 4 hits. So we bonk on the boss and make it himself, and that's that.
Yeah, there is a funny manipulation for this boss to get it, like to get the 4 hits quickly with the camera and stuff. And there it is. Now the stage that probably gave people nightmares.
Oh, here we go. How might I do? Oh, getting treated to the prototype music. Nice. So immediately grabbing a big ring, this lets us transform into Supersonic. You'll notice, by the way, when we're transforming to Supersonic, it's not changing to the lovely 10-second loop of Supersonic music. Again, another lovely quality of life feature of Sonic 3 Air. You can decide if you just want the music to continue, or you can actually pick your Supersonic theme from all the previous games. Getting a little bit bullied here by the bumpers.
Yeah, that normally happens because you have Supersonic, and the bumpers physics are weird.
There we go, making it over.
Yeah, that's why personally I do prefer to take this giant ring instead of the one below.
Yeah, it should be fine on ring count now. We're gonna head on over here. Oh look, it's our good friend Knuckles, and he be chuckling.
But wait, oh sorry, Adventure, they told me Knuckles doesn't chuckle.
Oh, he does chuckle. We all just saw it. So, heading down.
Okay, Sonic took the bubble shoot here because actually, if you are really fast, you can jump.
Yep. So yeah, it's one of the interesting things. Oh, nice little barrel skip there. One of the interesting things with this is that you can actually, as Nacho said, you can go too fast. And by going too fast, the water doesn't come down quick enough, or you don't allow it to catch you up fast enough, and you will actually end up drowning on this bit as a result. So yeah, you can either stop and grab the bubble shield for safety, or you have to wait for the water line to actually catch up with you, so that you can let Sonic grab a breath of air.
A breath of air. Okay, so chat, please be prepared mentally for this part. I know this is stressful for you to remember your memories, but here it is, the Barrel of Doom.
Oh god, it's the barrel. Hold me out, Chuck. Oh. Okay.
Okay. You can open your eyes, I guess.
Yes, the infamous Barrel of Doom. Thankfully, once you figure out how it works, it's not quite so bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so needs to be careful here. Normally at this point we would de-transform, but actually low on ring count. So you can see fast forwarding. Here's a lovely little quirk with the game. Certain cutscenes can be fast forwarded. Your fast forward button is the same button as your super transform button. If you're still holding the fast forward button when the cutscene finishes, it will de-transform Sonic as well. Which normally isn't a problem if you've got enough rings. But because KR Sonic 3 here didn't have enough rings, needed to let go of the fast forward before that was over. Otherwise, it would have de-transformed him and he would have had to do the boss normally. Thankfully, remember to do that. Fast forward through the snowboarding section and into probably my favourite zone, certainly music-wise. This is Ice Cap.
Yeah, I remember that fast forward at the start of Ice Cap was your idea.
I may have made some recommendations.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, we're speedrunners. We're always after some time save where we can find it. But yeah, one of the amazing things, and we've seen this throughout so many of the fan games and mods that you've all seen today. The developers of these fan games have been really receptive and really embracing of the speedrunners of their games. You know, like I had earlier with Noah, myself and Argit with Sonic Triple Trouble 16-bit, making the speed gates for us. And here, Eukaryote with Sonic 3 Air. Not only has he been really cooperative in terms of the net stable build, has a special speedrunner mode that lets us re-enable all the glitches that he's been patching. And we've been cooperating with him to help him patch them, and he's letting us put them back in. But also, we've been giving him recommendations of like, hey, it'd be really cool if we could, like, you know, fast forward this cutscene. And he's been putting it in the game for us, which is really, really kind of him. So yeah, big shout outs to all the fan game developers, and especially for this, Eukaryote.
Yeah, shout outs to all game developers that support speedrunners. You are amazing.
So quick work.
Okay, that was a really quick kill there to the boss. And if you kill the boss on that exact same spot, you get 10 rings for the next level. Okay, why can I start to take the 10 rings?
So,
Okay, I have it a moment.
Yeah, so now with this level, normally you'd want to take top route, but I know for a fact that KOR Sonic 3 doesn't do that. He's got a completely unique route for this level, and it's absolutely fantastic to watch. So normally here we would go up. You're noticing Korean Sonic is instead staying down and coming back down the level. So we're on the mid path right now, and then that's going to take him all the way down into the bottom path. Oh, just getting subpixeled on the slope there. That's not handy. So a little bit of a backup on the bungees. So done optimally, this path is about 2 seconds quicker. So it's really tight in terms of time. But yeah, that subpixel unfortunately just halting some progress, but we're pretty much at the end now. Transforming to Supersonic, first jump, second jump, all the way to the boss.
Yeah, that transformation is to make sure you get the... Don't be being hit by the penguin jump scare. There it is.
And again,
thankfully this is glitchless, so we don't suffer with the next stage.
What do you mean suffer? There's no problem with the next stage. Okay, so immediately, launch base 1, we're going to head down the cylinder to the left. There's a big ring right at the beginning for us. 8 seconds in, 9 seconds in, we've already got ourselves Supersonic. Now it's a mad dash to get to the end.
Yeah, if you enter to the capsule at the exact same frame, you can exit from the capsule earlier. That's not a glitch. It's just that's a feature.
Yeah, it's not a bug, it's a feature.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is the way that we would normally enable one of the glitches in the game, called slope glitch. If you jump out of the lift on the exact frame it stops, and assuming you've gone in it at a particular frame as well, it will enable one of the glitches. But yeah, exiting it early is not a glitch. It's, believe it or not, a fix that your carry out put in to fix the original glitch in Sonic 3.
Yeah, and that was hilarious.
So working our way towards the boss here.
Okay. Yeah, we don't have to worry about our rings. We actually will eventually lose the super form when we land into the last checkpoint. There it is, the Eggman. And here it is, Knuckles. Hello, Knuckles. See ya, Knuckles. We're going to take this checkpoint to restart the last checkpoint to skip this cutscene, and we don't have Super Sonic, but that's not a problem because Insta Shield is also overpowered.
Yep, so the Insta Shield not only expands Sonic's hitbox ever so slightly, but it also gives Sonic temporary iframes. I can't remember the exact number, it's something like 24 frames of invincibility. Which is why you can use it to do things like skip through projectiles, or in this case, avoid getting hit by the twin arms there. So another little reset just to skip a cutscene. It's only a second or so, but every little helps. And immediately at the beginning of Launch Base 2, oh look, another big ring!
Yeah, it's more Super Sonic for us. Okay, host, did you know on the Japanese release of the game, it doesn't call it Instant Shield, it's called double spin attack.
Is it really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, so basically it's Sonic spinning again after a jump.
Ah, I genuinely didn't know that. I've learned something new today. Thank you, Nacho.
Okay, now, actually we must worry about our ring count. Even there is 2 giant rings here. It's still a problem if we lose them. It's really tight.
Yeah, this one can be pretty tight on the ring count, although we're absolutely fine here. Again, one of the advantages of being able to de-transform is that during the long cutscene to the second part of the boss, we can actually de-transform and stop the ring count from decreasing, which makes it a lot easier to deal with, thankfully.
Yeah. Now here it is, the first part of the boss. This weird machine that I still don't know what it is.
Everyone say it with us.
We're taking the Egg Mobile right into our next battle arena to the second boss of the same stage.
Hardest strat in the game coming up. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Well done.
I don't know how make he make it every time. Okay, but that's not all. We fight against Big R, the Sonic 3 standalone boss. We can activate it here, and for speedrunning, it's a requirement to have it activated.
Yeah, I'm really glad this is a requirement. So normally, if you're playing Sonic 3 standalone, you'd fight Big Arms. If you're playing the original Sonic 3 and Knuckles, when you combine the two cartridges, you skip Big Arms. So you skip this fight. But yeah, as Nacho says, for Sonic 3 Air, it is mandatory for speedrunners to have this boss fight turned on. It is an option, so you can turn it back off. But for speedrunning, it is mandatory. But quick work made of it. And again, we're going to exit out. And we are now into the second half of the game, into Mushroom Hill. Nacho, explain to us what's special about this and what's about to happen.
Yeah, now Sonic is on the Mushroom Kingdom. Here we go.
Here we go!
Exactly. Okay, now this is Sonic and Knuckles, half part of the game, and Sonic team decided to make this, to use the special stage from Sonic and Knuckles, and of course you had to do them again to activate Super Emeralds and get Hypersonic, that is Supersonic, but you can double jump.
Yeah, so you saw all of our Chaos Emeralds being transformed into the Super Emeralds inside the Hidden Palace that we've been warped to. And yeah, we now have 7 brand new special stages, the Sonic and Knuckles special stages, and each one of these will earn us a Super Emerald. And when we collect all of the Super Emeralds, we will get Hypersonic. So that's the first one done, and the really good thing is we should have all of these clear before we get out of... I nearly said Mushroom Kingdom then. What? You've got Mushroom Kingdom in my head now. Before we get out of Mushroom Hill Zone.
Get wrecked, Huz.
Okay, the sad part about this, we cannot use Supersonic anymore until we finish the special stage, because we don't have the emeralds. But it makes sense.
Continuity! Hooray!
But don't... Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Okay, that jumps. I hate that jump. I hate that jump into that the speed shoes.
It's a tricky one to do, isn't it? Yeah, heading along down here to the right. Here's our second super ring of the Hidden Palace, and we're going to do the very right-hand one.
Okay, I saw the last round of Corazon. I thought he does this. I thought he nailed it. He nailed this because it's the hardest strat on the entire run. I'm probably going safe, and that's actually really good.
I don't like the way he does
but
this.
Yeah, this. Okay. Yeah.
He turns before going forwards. He's heading towards a red sphere before going back. I don't like it. It saves like less than half a second each time. What you'd normally do is just come all the way back, hit the other bumper, and it sends you back forwards. But you can do that strat instead. It saves half a second. But it's so dangerous.
Hey, the frames.
Oh, and then backwards to the last one.
And backwards.
Oh, my heart.
Yeah, and this is supposed to be the last special stage, but on Sonic 3 and Knuckles, we can do them on any order we want to. And that's completely fine because we can get rid of the hardest one at the start.
Yeah, so Mushroom Hill is really plentiful for the big rings. Our next one is going to be just down here. What's really nice about it is if KOR Sonic does make a mistake, it's not the end of the world. There is one backup ring across the 2 levels. So there's plenty. And then there's a couple of easy ones in Flying Battery if we need those as well. So yeah, the second half of the game being really kind for us.
Yeah, current Sonic, he does this first. Again, I know current Sonic does the stage in order that he gets rid of the hardest one earlier, so he doesn't not need to worry about the later ones.
I mean, it's a wise move getting the difficult ones out the way early and then just making it easier as you go along. Yeah, that's number 7.
That's why
Is that one number 7 or number 1? No, that's number 1, isn't it?
Yeah, this is the first one. Yeah, we normally want to do this at last, but it could be a maze, so trying getting rid of it as fast as you can, it's good.
So each special stage has its own number, and they don't correspond to the order the emeralds are in any way, shape, or form. So yeah, when it comes time to actually practicing them, if you're doing it from level select, it's very confusing.
Yeah, and now I'm going for the the seal brochure. The seal brochure. Yeah, I remember that.
So yeah, this one's basically follow the blue sphere. A load of not really concentric circles, but like squares. Essentially, just follow the sphere in front of you and don't make any mistakes, because if you do, it's over. But yeah, because of the noise it makes and how continuous it is, it does sound a little bit like a seal.
Yeah. There's actually two funny strats here. You can jump over a yellow sphere between two red spheres and save half a second.
I mean,
but it's not actually worth it, because if you miss the jump, you lose, and we obviously will the run will just say no.
You gotta save the frames.
Yeah, that's why I did it 2 years ago.
So yeah, Chaos Sonic making that look really easy. It's really not, especially when it starts speeding up. You've got to keep your eye on it. Take your eye off for just half a second and it's over at that point. But again, we've got plenty of backup big rings. But so far, that is 4 for 4, and we're not even out of Mushroom Hill 1. Off to the boss fight.
Yeah, we have this one. Could we save the trees? Or hopefully yes.
No!
Oh no, the tree got a haircut.
Poor tree. He's always losing his block.
Shoutouts to a tea tree.
that feels mildly threatening. Oh no, the tree's lost his head. Shoutouts to a tea tree.
No, it's just, you were like, poor tree has lost his block, and I'm like, I always call a tea tree, so it's just like, it's all I could think of at that moment.
Oh, we love you, a tea tree.
Yeah.
Okay, so into Act 2 and already into another big ring. I keep getting lost in this special stage and I don't understand why. This one's really confusing.
Skill issue? Skill issue probably? Okay, this one it's hard enough, not because the routing, it's because well, actually it's because the routing. I don't know why I say didn't. But yeah, it's because the routing. The music speed ups just right when you are jumping between red spheres. So if you get a bad jump, it's over. It's over because you are getting the jumps just right when the music speed up, and when the music speed up, you go fast.
Yeah, you got to be ready to catch it. Yeah.
Yeah, if I recall correctly, the speed ups were every 30 seconds, if I'm not bad,
seconds.
According to the game files.
Yeah, so it's like a 20... I know at least for the music, it's a 25% speed up every 30 seconds. And it does, I think, 2 speed ups. I don't know how Sonic's movement speeds up, but he definitely gets faster.
Yeah.
Okay, our penultimate one here.
Yeah, the last one will be the ugly special stage, according to us.
So this one is fairly straightforward. We're just basically going to do a big loop around the outside here, collecting the blue spheres as we go. And then there's a set of blue spheres in the middle that we'll then grab at the end to complete this one. But yeah, this one's fairly straightforward.
Yeah, we're going for the ones on the corners, and then we're going for the center. We're in this set of 16, and the other 2 sets of 6, and there it is.
So one of the other really cool features of this game is that it does support mods, and one of the things you may have been hearing throughout this run is the music probably sounds very familiar to you all, but it sounds almost like it's enhanced. And that'd be because it is. KOR Sonic 3 currently has a mod pack enabled, which is the enhanced Sonic music. Brilliant mod pack of basically all the original music, but just kind of modernized, if you like. So everything just sounds a little bit richer and a little bit better as a result. They're really nice to listen to.
Yeah, now with this loop on this winter station here, you are going for the last special stage of the entire run, and we're going to see this special stage that I like, but Custom
I thought you said he's leaving the easiest till last. This one, I need a text file to tell me where to go.
Yeah.
This is the worst.
It's
God, you
easy.
sound
Just
scarred.
go. Just
I
go.
am.
Yeah, just go forward, then left, then right, then left, then left, then right, and left.
How do you remember this?
It's not. I play the game.
No matter how many times I've done this, I've never known. I still have the text file, right? When we did the Amy All Emeralds run on Hotfix, I have a text file that tells me the direction in this. Left, left, straight, right, straight, left, left, right, straight, left, straight, right, straight. And it's called Awful Special Stage. So there you go. I hate that one. It's not easy.
Yeah.
But that is our final Super Emerald, and as a result, we now have Hypersonic. Heads up in the chat, the Hyper Dash does cause a momentary flash, so just flashing lights warning for anyone out there who might be photosensitive. It is dialed back a lot in Sonic 3 Air, but you will see some flashing.
Yeah. So be careful. Here it is, the boss of Mushroom Hill. Right now, Hypersonic is pretty much the same as Supersonic, except that it's colorful. And we have the Hyper Dash. It's in a sense a double jump, but also it's a dash into any direction we want to go, like up, right, in all of the 8 directions. And it makes us really useful because since we don't have tails, we can use it pretty much for backups while trying to get into high grounds. I'm forgetting words.
So yeah, so the Hyper Dash essentially gives Sonic a big boost, almost like a double jump, but a really extreme double jump. So yeah, if we want to get up higher than we normally could with the jump, or even with the lightning jump, with the lightning shield, it will allow us to get even higher. So now it just becomes a game of get 50 rings as fast as possible, transform to Hypersonic. The Room of Doom here being made to look trivial with Hypersonic. Oh, and I love the rainbow glow.
Yeah, I don't know why there is. I don't know why there is runners that doesn't like this game. Like, yeah, it's hard. Just use Hypersonic. It's not that. It's not. It's really easy. Get 50 rings, jump, and transform.
So simple.
Anyways, yeah, I'm going for the bottom road because it's actually faster. Maybe you think the upper road is fast. In some cases, it's not. Because we here have a secret room with a giant ring. We won't take the giant ring because we don't need it. And there it is, using the Hyper Dash jump and say hello to Stop Hitting Yourself Boss version 2.0, or we call it Mr. Tickles.
Shout out to RPG who coined the name Mr. Tickles.
Yeah. Okay, takes hit, we just standing here, realizing. And there it is, final hit. We didn't. Sonic won by doing absolutely nothing.
I love that we got the extra life from the 250,000 score. So when Mr. Tickles hit himself, we got the little celebration.
Okay. I didn't hear that one, so that was funny. Okay, going to take this lightning shield over here because actually lightning shield is really powerful. Now we have the 7 super emeralds. And Act 2 is a heavy cycle-based level. We must reach for the cycles. There is sprint cycles that are the elevators, but there's also global cycles that are the magnetic force fields. I don't know how to call them. And now we have Hyper. Okay, I believe we're close to that part of the run.
Well, we're getting very close now. We're going to see very shortly, we're going to see one of our best friends in this game. We literally cannot complete this game without our friend here. Everyone, please salute and say hello and thank you to Spider Steve.
Hello, Spider Steve. Thank you so much. Actually, the run wouldn't be possible without Spider Steve. Except if you are running glitched, that you don't see Spider Steve, and that's kind of sad.
We are very grateful for Spider Steve's continuing service. So we're now in this laser boss. At the moment, we just basically have to stand here and do nothing. Really interesting, Sonic Origins that came out recently, one of the changes they made with this is that if you hit the laser 8 times, it actually defeats the laser, so it's no longer an auto-scroller. And I'm really pleased to say in the latest test builds of Sonic 3 Air for the next stable release, Eukaryote has brought that over to this game as well. So another lovely little help for us speedrunners coming soon is we'll actually be able to skip this and save probably around about another 20 seconds.
Okay, now we're on this funny auto-scroller again. You may notice the second part of the game is turning much into an auto-scroller and gain of weighting. But on Sonic 3 Air is fixed that once you get onto this last part, the platform is going to speed up and saves a bunch of 10 seconds, and that's really cool.
So getting a few hits here. And then wait for him to come up, and we just sit there. There you go, nice and easy. So yeah, the second half of this game, the Sonic and Knuckles half, there are a lot of bosses that are auto-scrollers, or a lot of bosses that are fairly trivial, let's say. What's really nice is one of those bosses that's about to come up in what is frankly the best level in the game. Definitely not biased. Eukaryote's made some really good changes to this so that you basically don't just have to sit there and wait. But yeah, this is Sando Act 1. Easily the best level in the game.
Hudson knows all about this one.
I know plenty about this.
Yeah. Yeah, I know plenty of people that unite once per year to play this awesome level like 100 times.
You are one of those people, Nacho.
I've done it too.
Now, Amber's done it, yeah?
Also,
yeah.
a certain numpty in the commentary booth right now has done it 601 times in one sitting.
I have no idea who that is. No idea.
I don't know. Who's this HUD 601?
I have history with this level, okay?
Okay, now back into the level. This level is heavy cycle based. All the platforms are really focused on cycles. If we miss a cycle, we lose 6 seconds, and current Sonic just did it all perfectly.
Yeah, that was really good. So yeah, this level is a great mix of platforming, speed, and trying to beat some of the cycles on those blocks that stop your path. As a result, it's a really good test of a speedrunner's skill and understanding of the inner workings of how Sonic's movement actually works. That's why it's a great level. It's just really good for testing your abilities. But you can see here, normally in the original game, you just have to wait for him to jump into the sand pit. But you'll notice every time Korean Sonic is hitting the egg golem here, he's actually sliding across the floor. Sorry, the Guardian. He's sliding across the floor. And it means it's actually quicker to fight him in this one, which is really nice. It turns it from an auto-scroller into a boss fight worth doing.
And now going for the Act 2, the act that we actually forgot that existed during 2020.
Yes, for pretty much all of 2020, this act didn't exist because the skip for this act, for the glitched run, was so trivial, anyone could do it. Literally anyone. And in fact, what Korean Sonic just did there, during the cutscene, to actually skip forward to the start of Act 2. If you'd done that back in 2020, it would have just sent you back to the beginning of Act 1, but the game would have thought you were in Act 2. That's how trivial it was.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this again, another cycle-based stage that they actually punishing not so much as Sandoval's one, but here also we need to take in mind this gimmick here, that kind of weird switches that exist to open those doors. We need to segment those. If we can save time if we just push them just slightly and make sure to get into the door. But if we're not sure, we can actually go for them. Cool.
So one of the things I will say is that this level normally as Solo Sonic is fairly laborious. You're waiting a lot of the time for the sand to catch up, just like here. But with Hypersonic, it does make it a little bit quicker because of that hyper dash. The moment we get just a little bit of extra height, like you saw there, we are able to actually make our way through the inner workings of the pyramid. So actually, it's quite a fun level to do this way. I would definitely say this level is probably best as Knuckles, though. Chat with some nuts, gang.
Yeah. Okay, you can see Hyper Dash is really useful. Actually, Grand Sonic climbed a sand fall over there using Hyper Dash and escaped a bunch of the level.
Yeah, making quick work of this level, or just sneaking under. And down to the boss, and we're just
there it is.
Stay over here.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, you can actually defeat this boss before the music starts playing, and I really love that.
Doesn't even get to move. Okay. Lava
Beef.
Yeah, the wonderful lava reef. We're gonna head up the stairs here, grab ourselves a lightning shield to help us track some rings. Down the bottom over here, grab all these rings up to the top, and this should give us enough rings to transform into Hypersonic.
Yep. Now right into the end, and now we have, since we have the lightning shield, it's actually really easy to not lose our super form. Lightning shield and super form is a really good pair, name a better duo.
That's a fantastic duo, because yeah, it's probably for any of you out there who maybe haven't played Sonic 3 or Sonic 3 Air, or maybe if you're not particularly familiar with the Sonic games, one of the things we haven't yet explained is the elemental shield. So they were introduced in Sonic 3, and there's three of them. You've got the fire shield, the lightning shield, and the bubble shield. And each shield has a passive and an active ability. So the passive abilities are just abilities that they give you by having the shield. So for the lightning shield here, it magnetically attracts rings to you. The fire shield, its passive ability, it will make you immune to any kind of fire damage. And the bubble shield means you can breathe underwater without drowning. The active abilities, we can't actually use the active abilities while we are hypersonic, but for the lightning shield you get a double jump, for the fire shield you get a flame dash, and the bubble shield you get a little bubble bounce, which can help at times. But yeah, we can't use the active abilities while we are in hyperform, but we still get the passive abilities of the shields. So in certain cases, especially considering we're losing 1 ring per second by being hypersonic, having a lightning shield is really good because it'll bring all the rings to us and they give us more time to remain as hypersonic.
And yes, with that invulnerability, actually there was a bug on the original game that can actually could crush you. Here was fixed. Now we have Act 2 and we have Fire Shield. Fire Shield for Act 2 is going to be really useful because there is a lot of flamethrowers there, and the Fire Dash is also comes really in handy.
Yeah, the fire dash really helpful for some of this little nifty platforming here. As you say, there's lots of fire everywhere. Also, the music for this level is just so good.
Yeah, Dog's barking again. He likes the music.
If there's one thing I will say about Sonic games, they have the best music going.
Yeah, shout out to Sonic Frontiers.
It's so good. Okay, so working our way up here. Sneak through. Nice, grabbing that little cycle there. It's perfect, not having to wait for the blocks to move out the way. Gonna head down the bottom here, and there should be a big ring here. Now, because we've done all the special stages, that big ring instantly gives us 50 rings, so we can instantly transform into Hypersonic here. And because we've got that Hyper Dash, we can skip a little platforming section there, make our way up to the top. And I hope you're all ready for the most exciting gameplay you've ever seen. Because we've got another auto-scroller boss!
They're also very thrilled for this gameplay.
They're very thrilled.
We got Charles Barkley as a guest commentator.
So this is known within the Sonic speedrunning circles as the thrilling gameplay section. You get this lovely auto-scroller at the beginning here. We've then got to traverse the lava fall with these 4 blocks. And then after the 4 blocks, we can head back down. The game's nice enough to give us a lightning shield, also gives us a fire shield if we need it as well. Obviously, the fire shield makes you immune to fire, so if you pick that up before this boss, you can stand on the lava. But because we've got Hypersonic here, we can't take any damage at this point, but we have to wait for Robotnik to hit himself. Another lovely quality of life update in Sonic 3 Air. This boss normally takes 12 hits rather than the usual 8, but we can actually... Oh, sorry, no, it's 14 hits, isn't it? Sorry, 14 hits. But we can actually toggle it back to 8 hits. So, it doesn't take quite as long, which is nice. But yeah, thrilling gameplay! Woo!
Thrilling
Excitement!
gameplay!
Rip bit rate!
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah, okay. One of the things I really like to do, since this is actually a auto-scroller, I can lose more time than I want to. Is actually turn off the super phone and play the boss and play the boss.
I have been known to do the same and just turn the super form off and actually play the boss and lose a run to it as well.
Yeah, that's what we got doing at foot.
So we're into the Hidden Palace. We're going to see our boy Nux again. And
oh yeah, that's actually a huge trauma for us, for 3 of us.
Oh no.
Okay. Okay, next gang, please close your eyes.
Oh no.
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 Okay,
Oh, no.
it's over. You can look back now.
Yeah,
Okay,
Knuckles
you can-
fans
you can open
watch
your
the
eyes.
screen again. Actually, maybe
Okay.
not. Maybe not. He's about to. We're about to see Knuckles'
Let's get
skeleton.
No, maybe don't. Yeah.
Oh, there it goes.
Close your eyes,
It
close your eyes, close your
flashed
eyes.
so fast it didn't show a skeleton.
Okay,
So yeah, we can fast forward that
Okay,
whole
you can open your eyes
cutscene,
again.
which saves around about 25 seconds, which is
yeah,
nice.
okay.
I love this music in this mod pack. It's so good. So yeah, this is Sky Sanctuary, and the music in this mod pack gives it the epic feeling it deserves, in my opinion. It's wonderful. I'm just going to let you listen to this for a second.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. Right, collecting nearly 50 rings here. So there's normally 3 bosses here, but we're going to do a little skip here. We just hyper dash up to the top. That's the first boss skipped. That's nice. So that would be the Green Hill boss, as Mecha Sonic being the Green Hill boss. Second boss is on our right. We just skipped that one by hyper dashing up to the top. That would be a rehash of the Metropolis boss from Sonic 2. And now we're almost at the top of Sky Sanctuary, where we are going to face Mecha Sonic. 113 to the laser. That's fast. That's really fast.
Yeah, that's really good. I actually like that strat where Corazon just stands on top of the spice to get a little bit of height. Enough to get into the top, and that was Mecha Sonic. Now one last stretch into the run. We're going for Death X Zone as one. Probably. I was saying, I want to say probably the last level of the run, and yeah, this is the last zone of the run. If we don't count those days.
So working our way through Death Egg. Now, one of the really nice things about this, there's two kinds of layouts in Sonic 3. We have the original, the OG layouts, but then we have the Sonic 3 Air layouts. That pit there in the original game would actually, you'd fall to your death there if you were Sonic. You need tails to fly up there. One of the really nice things Eukaryote did was kind of rework the start of this level so that that route that's normally a Tails exclusive, Sonic is able to take it himself. Saves about a minute over the normal route that Sonic has to take. And in fact, I don't know if it was inspired by this, but certainly in the Origins release of this, in the Sonic Origins release, the springs have now been put back in there so that, again, you can take that route as Sonic.
Okay, now time for the easiest boss on the entire run. I don't know why there's people complaining about this boss. It's really easy. And there it is, that was Red Eye.
Yeah, I don't know what the problem is.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, actually this was a really insane Act 1, 125 is insanely good.
Okay, Death Egg Act 2. So this one, it's really, really vital that we hold on to the lightning shield that we're about to pick up. There's one here on the right. If we miss that one, there is one just below us as well. But yeah, ideally need to hold on to this one because we need to make sure we're collecting the ring so that we have enough to get us through not just the first part of the bosses here, then also the second part of the bosses. So you see, transforming into Hypersonic, now we're going to start working our way through the level as fast as possible.
Yeah. Yeah, one of the things here is from Sky Sanctuary, we don't have access to giant rings anymore. Labyrinth Factor was our last chance to get all the emeralds. And on Sky Sanctuary and Death Egg, there's no giant rings, so we can't get super forms from there. We need to rely only on the rings that are on the level itself.
Okay, so yeah, making good use of that Hyper Dash to skip the Gravity Steps section. Now, if we had Tails, we could actually do this whole section upside down and skip this little bit of platforming here. While Hypersonic can make a little bit of that, he can't make all of it, unfortunately, all the way over to the right-hand side here where it would right us, so we have to take the normal route. Yeah, this is really, really speedy.
Okay, this is just right about the end, taking this elevator, gravitator, I don't know how to call it because it actually starts your gravity. And really is the Uwu Ball.
This is Uwu Ball. Thank you, Argit, because it sounds like he's saying Uwu. Now you know be able to unhear it.
Yeah, really straightforward boss. You just spin dash and then jump before the wall to stop yourself, and there it is. 8 hits. Not a problem.
Yeah, this is really straightforward. When you realize you can just stay on the ceiling and spin dash the mines back into him, normally what you're meant to do is go into the lifts and it reverses gravity and they fall on him, but we just do that instead and it's much, much easier.
Okay, now Super Pillow to the end, and we wanted to catch Dr. Eggman there, but we couldn't. He barely made it to the final boss, the giant egg robo, and we're going to use our last rings to get rid of the fingers.
Yep, so 6 fingers, each taking 3 hits for a total of 18 hits. You do your maths really quickly. This is phase 1 of the giant egg robo. 3 cycle, not bad at all, not bad at all. The second stage is coming up now. This is the laser stage. We're going to bonk him on his nose. He's going to reveal the Master Emerald. And we're going to hit the laser 8 times, 5, 6, 7, 8, getting it all in one cycle. Really nice. And now Robotnik is going to grab the Master Emerald and try and escape. And we're going for some dangerous strats here.
Yeah, we're going to set up the first 4 hits, and there it is. Okay, we have the lightning shield. We can actually do a double hit here with the lightning shield, but it's really hard
One more to go. Okay, we're not done yet though.
There it is.
Because we've got the emeralds.
Yeah.
We get the true ending. This is the Doomsday Zone.
Ending. So, yeah, we're going to use our super form, on this case the hyper form, to catch up Dr. Eggman. He escaped with the Master Eggman. Now this is a chase on the space. Ooh.
So yeah, early on here, we need to make sure we're collecting as many rings as possible. Korean Sonic mashing the jump buttons in order to go super fast. You can tell by the trail that's being left behind Hypersonic here. So speeding his way through the zone while grabbing as many rings as possible, because this is the only opportunity you get to get rings to build up your ring count, at least until we get to the second phase of this. So now just staying down the bottom, keeping out of the way of all the asteroids until we've caught up with Robotnik. Here he is.
Okay, this is it, the first phase of this boss. You're going to launch us some missiles. We need to redirect those missiles to the head. There's 3. Okay, now if this goes well, there's going to be another 3 right now. The good set is 3-3-2, because again only 8 hits on this boss. And there it is. Now for the second phase, this ship is going to crash into Earth, but Robotnik will eject himself to this another last chance to escape with the Emerald. We won't let it, so there's 1, there is 2, and there is 3, there is 4, it's 5. Okay, trying to dodge the mines, the space mines. 6, 7, and the last hit. Time is coming up into the screen. Fade to white, and time.
GG's out. Woo! GG's to Core Sonic.
Amazing run. That is Sonic 3 Air, Solo Sonic, all emeralds glitchless. In, I believe the final time is about, what, 108? I think it was 108.49?
108.49 is definitely a bit late, because that was while Sonic was falling past the horizon. So it was a 108 something for sure.
It's alright.
108.45. 108.45.
I mean,
I was watching.
that is, considering a missed special stage as well, that is a fantastic run. Really, really good run.
Yeah, that's a very good run, honestly. Like, excellent work from Core Sonic 3. And excellent work from our commentators as well. Thank you so much for, like, guiding us through that run, and also sharing your own anecdotes as well.
No, honestly, it's a real pleasure. I mean, I've been following Korean Sonic for a good couple of years now with his endeavors with Sonic 3 Air. He pretty much exclusively runs Sonic 3 Air and Sonic 3 and Sonic 3 and Knuckles Classic. And as I say, is genuinely one of the best glitchless runners in the world. As soon as this event got announced, I immediately knew that we needed to get him in here to showcase this, and it was always one of the things I really wanted to do, was to make sure that we are, you know, showcasing some of the amazing talent that is available around the world. And yeah, one of the best Korean runners out there. Really, really pleased that he was able to come and do this for us. It's already like tomorrow morning for him.
Yes.
So he's going to go and enjoy his Sunday, but it's been a real pleasure. I'm so pleased that he asked me to come and commentate this with Nacho as well. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed it. You've just watched an absolute masterclass in All Emeralds glitchless running there.
Yeah, HUD's definitely pushed for this run to get showcased when we were selecting runs, because HUD's did help out a lot with this, because he is a moderator of the fan game community, and fan games are his bread and butter. But I'm very happy to be able to showcase this run, and thank you so much, Core Sonic 3, for being willing to be here tonight, or this morning for you, and showcase this incredible run. And Nacho and HUDs, thank you both for being here on commentary. Any final shout-outs before we wrap up?
I firstly want to shout out Nacho, because Nacho is the reason that the Sonic 3 Air speedrun boards exist. He was the one that started all this up for Sonic 3 Air, and has been guiding the way for this game in terms of speedrunning. So big shout outs to Nacho. Thank you very much for being here to commentate this with me. Big shout out as well to all the Sonic Speedrun community, especially the Fangame community. This game just continues to get better and better, and we still haven't pushed it to its limits yet. So yeah, big love to everyone in the speedrun community.
Yeah,
on the Sonic side.
Sonic 3 Air has a very special place for on these events because Sonic 3 Air's community got kicked off from Flying Fox showcasing the Knuckles and Tails run when Sonic 3 Air was still very, very new. And that was way back in Sonic and the Shiny thing, so thank you so much for continuing to offer runs year after year for this Sonic and the Series events. But coming up next, we have another game that was actually recommended to Hypnotics and I when we were selecting runs. We have Sonic Adventure Blast by Katie4, and I remember us popping off when we saw Katie submitting this game, and we're like, oh, this is going to be so much fun, people are going to love it. So stick around, we're going to be back in just a few minutes, and just a reminder that your support here, your subs, your Prime Gaming subs, gift subs, and bits cheered here on the GDQ Twitch channel do help support Games Done Quick Hotfix, so please consider subscribing if you enjoy the daily speedrunning content. That's right, this kind of content is daily, not just this weekend, and not just mainline GDQ. So stick around, we'll be right back with more Sonic and the Parallel Worlds.